real simple calculation, but it's better than going to town meeting and not being able to respond to that question, and that's how we'd approach it.
Well, it would be helpful, because I don't see us making a decision on this tonight. If you could pull together some kind of a table or something, that we could look at some of these factors. So, I mean, first of all, we're gonna need it for town meeting anyway. So, my recommendation at this point is that we vote to make a recommendation at town meeting on article number 22. Have a motion?
Second.
Can you make a motion recommendation?
Well, I was waiting for someone.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to make a motion? All right.
I mean, I can, I guess. No one else
Mr.
wants
Chair,
to.
Mr. Chairman, I move to recommend at town meeting Article 22.
Move to withhold
Move.
recommendation.
Move to hold.
Recommended.
To recommend the town.
Why, I'm not the secretary.
To make a recommendation.
I move to recommend the town meeting.
Motion by Mr. Delane, do I hear a second?
Aye.
Second by Mr. Yule, all in favor?
Yeah, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? And one abstention.
One abstention. And I oppose.
Okay. So we'll cover that again at our next meeting. Can I assume that we do the same thing with Article 18, or do we want to talk about that? Do people feel differently about that at this point?
I do. Mr. Chairman, I move to not recommend Article 23 to accept Mass General Law, Chapter 32B, Section 18A.
Yeah, motion by Mr. Delaney, do I hear a second? Second by Mr. Prisco. I assume that you're making this motion because you're really in support of 18.
Well, I'm certainly not in support of 18A.
Okay.
Can we actually vote on 18A without making the decision?
Well,
on 18?
we're voting to recommend or not recommend,
all right,
right?
good,
Town meeting's gonna
That's
make the
fine.
decision.
All right.
Okay, on the motion, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Abstention, one.
Aye.
Okay. So this one is not recommend, this one is recommended town meeting. And Article 24, fund retirement obligations. The amount, Greg, that's tallied up to?
$392,780.
Sorry,
That
repeat that, please.
includes, what's the mix of employees?
Town and schools.
Do you know what
And then
town
Jason.
and school?
Thank you.
The town number would be 122,205. The number for school retirees would be $270,575.
Do I have a motion?
Okay, Mr. Chairman, I move to recommend Article 24, fund retirement obligations.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Yule, seconded by Mr. Delane. Discussion. This is something we're obligated to do no matter what. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's unanimous. Article 25. This is the balance of the snow and ice deficit. I believe it's coming out of free cash.
That's right, $197,576.
Failure to do so will mean that it will be taken out of the forthcoming budget, and therefore we'll have an unbalanced budget.
Mr. Chairman, I move to recommend Article 25.
Motion by Mr.
Second.
Prisco, do I hear a second? Mr. O'Leary, discussion, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Article 26, to fund the retirement trust fund. Are we passing over this one, Mr.
We have no
Delane?
money available and no recommendation that we fund this. So I would recommend that you pass over Article 26.
So we had a recommendation from our auditor last week.
Well, he did, but it wasn't to fund this, but we have to set up a different
with this, Dave.
Rich, all right.
Mr. Chairman, I move to pass over Article 26, Retirement Trust Fund.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Prisco, seconded by Mr. Delaney. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Unanimous. Article 27, fund the wastewater project. At this point, we're gonna pass this over.
Is there gonna be another presentation, though, or not? No?
Well, I'm just trying to get it cranked up, so we'll see. It won't be for town meeting. Oh, you mean in terms of a report? I don't think anything is planned, Steve. It's in our court to make the next move.
Mr. Chairman, I move to pass over Article 27, Fund Wastewater.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Prisco, seconded by Mr. Delaney. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Article 29, transfer funds to the Capital Stabilization Fund. I believe we are doing that.
We are. The amount that we have verified as being available is $56,387. And that would come from non-exempt debt service for the current fiscal year.
So basically, is money that we took out of debt to help debt stabilization to fund this year's budget, we have a surplus.
Right.
So we're gonna put it back in there where it came from.
We're hoping that in time for town meeting, we receive certainty from the MSBA concerning reimbursement for one of the school projects, little school renovations. If they agree to pay the premiums and the fees, then this amount will increase by approximately $40,000 for town meeting.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move to recommend Article 29, the transfer of $56,387,000 to the Capital Stabilization Fund.
I don't think we need the dollar amount. Yeah, I don't think we need the dollar amount, because it may change.
Right.
We're just gonna recommend one way, then, so move to recommend Article
Just read it,
29.
just
Move
as
to
the item is
recommend.
read.
We move to
Okay, the
recommend.
motion is to recommend. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Yule. Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous? No one's opposed? Okay. Article 30. This is to transfer funds to solid waste and passing over, or
Correct. Passover.
we have managed to close the gap?
We have no gap because we provided supplemental funding at town meeting back in April. If there's a surplus that's available in the budget and it gets flowed through to free cash, what we'll do is go back to October.
Oh, this is
town meeting.
transfer to solid waste, I'm sorry.
Transfer, right.
Okay, I need a motion to pass over. Do I hear one?
Mr. Chairman, I move to pass over Article 30, transfer funds to solid waste fund.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Prisco, seconded by Mr. Delaney. Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous? Article 21,
31.
I'm sorry, 31. This is related to appropriating money to the stabilization fund. I take it we're not doing anything, so we're gonna pass
No.
over on this one.
Passover.
I'll entertain a
Mr.
motion.
Chairman, I move to pass over Article 31, to appropriate money to the stabilization.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Prisco, seconded by Mr. Yule. Discussion, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous? The omnibus article we've already approved. Before you do that, just a couple of things. We're printing the omnibus article
We will.
for a handout at town meeting. We're gonna put it up on the website.
Mhm.
When will it be up on the website?
Now,
Now?
it's up.
It's up, okay. Way ahead of us.
So,
Good. So, do we need anything else at town meeting?
not that I'm aware of, but
I'd just like to make a statement about town meeting to the people listening at home. that there will be childcare available for free at the high school. And that if you're interested and you want to get some information in advance, you can reach me and I can put you in touch with the correct people. But and I also would like to encourage all of the sports leagues and any committees that are planning on hosting meetings or games that evening to seriously consider rescheduling them, because I think town meeting is something that's more important than a playoff game or a committee meeting. And I know that a lot of them are going on at the same time we have planned for town meeting. So I hope people at home are listening will take that to heart and be there at a really important meeting on the 7th of June, 7 o'clock.
Well, I'll go one step further and remind everybody that in this particular meeting, we need a quorum of 150 registered voters, or we can't hold a meeting. So I would hope that at least 150 and hopefully more would attend this meeting so that we can complete our budget process for FY 2011 and move ahead. Okay, we didn't schedule any new and old business, but everybody's okay? I just want to remind people of the Memorial Day services this coming Monday. And I take it board members going to march in the parade?
What time was it?
I'll be there.
Be there.
Usually,
Around
9:30?
10, right?
9:30, 10, something?
10
Yeah.
o'clock. Steps off at 10.
Yeah,
So we're there at
quarter to 10 is
9:30.
soon
I think
enough.
we're there at 9:30.
Yeah,
Photo op.
yeah, maybe 9:30 if you
Yeah.
want to shake a few hands and say hello to a few people.
Wear your walking shoes.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment for executive session, Mr.
Purposes
Belatonis.
of collective bargaining strategy discussions.
Mr. Briscoe.
Mr. Chairman, I move to enter into executive session for the purpose of collective bargaining strategy. Further, the Board of Selectmen will return to the open session thereafter for the sole purpose of adjournment. Second.
Motion by Mr. Prisco, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. Mr. O'Leary.
Aye.
Mr. Prisco.
Aye.
Mr. Delaney.
Aye.
Mr. Yule.
Aye.
Chair votes aye.
2-minute recess.
Yeah.